Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marley. You're watching Marley's Inspiration. I'm coming on here with a dream that I had the day before yesterday, and I just felt led that I needed to come on here and share it. The Lord has been leading me to come on here and share it for 2 days, and I just now got to where I was feeling better, so I'm able to come on and share with you now. I just saw the notification go out, so if you have your notifications on, you will see it. I just want to welcome everyone that's going to be watching after the live is over. Thank you so much for coming in and spending time with us and just listening to what the Lord has showed me. It is a very concerning dream, everyone. So, if you've been on this channel long enough, you know that back in 2020, I had a dream about hospitals. You also know that a year later, I had another dream about hospitals, and those things have since happened. So, this dream is very concerning to me, and I'm going to go ahead and get into the dream. So, in the dream, I got dehydrated and I needed to go to the hospital. So, I went to the hospital and they took me in the back. And as I was in the back, they put an IV in my hand, just like they do when they're going to give you fluids. And something was off about what was going on. So once they put the IV in my hands, um, I was paying close attention to the liquid that was going into my hand, because whenever you have an IV, there's liquid that goes through the little tube and it goes into your vein. And so I was watching as they were putting this liquid into the tube to go into my skin. And I just knew as soon as that liquid touched my hand on the underneath my skin, I knew that something was wrong and that they were trying to unalive me. So immediately I took the IV out and I started running. When I was running, the whole hospital, and when I tell you the whole hospital, I mean the whole hospital, it was security guards, it was doctors, it was nurses, administrators, everybody was chasing me, trying to get me to stop, trying to get me to come back because they were trying to unalive me. Well, I got to the front doors, and as soon as I got to the front doors, that medication that they had put in the IV had started taking effect, and I started losing all my mobility. Like my energy was going, I was slowing down, but it was already too late because I had already made it past the doors. And once I made it past the doors, I was in safety. So I ran until I ran up this hill and I sat at this table. And when I sat at this table, I was safe because they ran as far as this table. And when they got to this table, it was too late because I was already safe. They could not get me. They wanted to try everything they could to get me to go back to that hospital, but it did not happen. Now, I want to tell you, and then I woke up, of course. Now, I want to share with you the liquid that they were putting in that IV was not fluids. It was some kind of white substance. It was some kind of white substance, is what it was. Now, I want everyone to remember what happened 2 years ago. What happened 2 years ago? I'm sure everybody remembers because my mom was a victim of what happened 2 years ago. She passed away, and then on her death certificate, which I have her death certificate, on her death certificate for reason of death, it states COVID. My mom did not have that, y'all. My mom had um emphysema. She had lung cancer. Like it was not what they said it was. So I want everyone to understand, and I'm not trying to bring fear here. Believe me, I'm not trying to bring fear. I'm just coming on here and sharing with you what the Lord has showed me. And I know it's from him because he has been wanting me to post this video for 2 days. But I've been very, very sick. I've been in a lot of pain for 2 days, y'all. for 2 days. I know I went live the day before yesterday, but just know that I was in a lot of pain whenever I was on that live. So, everyone, please keep me in your prayers. I'm doing a lot better today. I'm not as in pain as I was. Um, but for everyone just coming in, I want to go ahead and share the dream with you again because I want to make sure everyone hears this dream because it's very concerning. In this dream, I went to the hospital because I was dehydrated. And they took me back and they put me in a room and they put an IV in my hands. And when they put the IV in my hand, they started putting this liquid through the tube. And this liquid was a pure white substance. It did not look like the normal fluids that would go into your body if you're dehydrated. And I just knew as soon as a little bit, just a little bit, made it under my skin, and I realized, oh no, they're trying to unalive me. So I took the IV out and I started running. When I started running, the whole hospital, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say whole hospital, I mean everybody that worked at the hospital was chasing me to get me to come back to the room because they were trying to unalive me. Whenever I got to the front doors, right in front of the doors, my everything in me was starting to slow down. My mobility was starting to slow down. My energy was starting to slow down. It was everything, y'all. It took all the energy I had to run out those hospital doors. I ran out the hospital doors and I ran up. They were right behind me, but by the time I made it outside the hospital doors, I was safe because as long as I wasn't in the hospital, I was safe. And I ran up this driveway up a hill and I sat at this table. And when I sat at this table, I was safe. They came, they tried to get me, but they could not because as long as I was at this table, I was safe. This dream was very concerning for me, y'all. And I'm not trying to bring fear. Please understand. You know, if you've been on this channel long enough, that I'm not the person to bring fear because God has not given us a spirit of fear. However, whenever God gives me a warning, I do come on here and share it without fear of what anybody says about me. Because if you go back into my older videos, you'll see all the warnings that have been issued, and every single one of them have happened. So, and some of them are still in process of happening. So I want you to pay close attention to this. I want you to take this to God in prayer because, as I always say, don't take my word for it. Go to the Lord and ask Him. Now, He's already showed me there's a new pandemic coming. I already saw it. I know it's coming. And when it comes, it's going to cause a lot of loss. A lot of loss. That's all I'm going to say. There's a new pandemic that's coming. I've seen it. I've already posted the video about it. I believe it was 2 or 3 months ago when I posted this video about the new pandemic that's coming. And I believe that this is a warning about future events. It's not happening right now. Please don't think it's happening right now. So don't be afraid to go to the hospital if you need to. What I'm saying is this is future. This is future events, y'all. Because anytime something is coming, the Lord warns me so that I can come on here and warn you. So that you can be diligent, you can be vigilant, and you can be discerning about every single one of your decisions. I'm not coming on here to stoke fear. That is not what this channel is. You've been on here long enough. You know that I don't bring fear. I just bring warnings when I'm told to. I sat on this for 2 days because I've been sick. I've been in pain. I've had a lot of things going on that's been causing pain for the past 2 days. So I'm just now where I can come on here and share it with you. The Lord wanted me to share it with you because you need to be aware of what's coming. I love all of you. I pray you have a blessed day. I'm not going to make this video very long. I just wanted to come on here and issue the warning. Please take this before the Lord, as I always tell you. Don't just take my word for it. Go before the Lord because there is something coming and you need to be spiritually ready You need to be mentally ready. And God says, do not fear, because He is our provider, He is our protector, He is our healer. Hey, sis, thank you for coming in. I love you. Okay, so everyone that is just coming in, I just feel led one more time because I need to repeat it just one more time because I feel like God is saying, repeat it one more time. I had a dream 2 days ago. It's a very concerning dream that I want everyone to listen to very closely. In this dream, I had to go to a hospital because I was dehydrated. I got to the hospital, they got me in the back, and they put an IV in my hand like they were going to give me fluids. When they put that IV in, there was this white liquid. It was a clear, white, milky liquid that was going through the IV. It almost looked like snake venom. That's what it almost looked like, snake venom. And it was going through the IV. And as it went through the IV, it went under my skin, and I got just a little bit, and something within me was like, they're trying to unalive you. So I took the IV out of my hands and I started running. And as I started running, everybody in the hospital, when I tell you everybody, I mean everybody that worked there, was trying to chase me. Security guards, doctors, nurses, they were chasing me because they wanted me to go back in that room. And I knew in that room I was not safe. So I ran until I ran outside when I got to the doors of the hospital, it's like my energy started leaving, my mobility started slowing down. I just knew there was something in that IV that was trying to stop me from running. But it was too late. I was already outside the hospital doors. As long as I was outside the hospital doors, I was safe. I ran up this hill and I sat at this table. And when I sat at this table, I was safe because they tried to get me, but it was too late because I was already at a place of safety. Now, if you remember back in 2020, I had a dream about a hospital. And what happened to me in that hospital? What happened to me in that hospital was I was standing in the hospital, and I remember seeing a little girl being wheeled out on a hospital bed, and she had the look of fear in her face, in her eyes. I could feel the fear coming from her. And the doctor said, send her to a re education camp. Immediately, I stood up and I said, I know everyone here, the names of everyone that's been in this hospital and the names of everyone here now. And I'm going to go out there and I'm going to tell the truth about what's happening in this hospital. What happened, y'all? Here's what happened. They started chasing me. There was a man in black, a black suit. He started chasing me along with another man, the doctor. And they were chasing me. And I ran into a room. When I ran into this room, I tried pushing on the door with all my might, but I could not close the door. I tried to lock it, it would not close. What happened next? I felt a wet spot on the right side of my head because I had been pew-pewed. I gotta watch my words, y'all. I had been pew-pewed. And whenever I woke up from that dream, I heard, do not fear the ones that can kill the body, but fear the one that can destroy your body and soul in hell. Now, whenever these warnings are given to me, I come on here and I share them with you. I know not a lot of people understand why I receive warnings, but when God tells me to do something, I do it without fear. I have to do this because, listen, whenever I first started issuing warnings, the Lord took me to Ezekiel. In Ezekiel, it talks about if I give you a warning and you fail to warn my people, their blood is on your hands. Whenever the Lord gives me a warning, I take it very, very, very seriously. I do not come on here just to say the Lord said when he did not say. When I come on here and I issue a warning, it's because I've been shown this. I take that very seriously. whenever I come on here, because you know that you have to face God for everything that you say with your mouth. Everything that comes out of your mouth, you have to face God about what you said. It's in the Word of God. Every idle word, we have to face God about speaking. So we have to be very careful that we guard what comes out of our mouths, especially if we're the ones that God uses to issue warnings. We have to be very careful. That's why you need discernment in who you're following. You need to be careful who you allow to speak over you. You need to be very careful because not everybody can speak over you. Whenever you allow people to pray over you, be very careful who you allow to pray over you. But I just wanted to come on here and issue that warning really quickly and get it uploaded because the Lord has been wanting me to post it for 2 days, and I just now got to where I'm feeling better to where I can issue the warning. So once again, this is not to bring fear. This is to make you aware of what the Lord is warning about. I love all of you. I pray you have a blessed day. I love you, sis. I'll talk to you soon. Everyone, keep looking up. Jesus is coming so very soon.